a lot of times people don't realize, and they think they accidentally love somebody so much, but then they think it's love, and then they start to push them away because love starts to feel like pressure. It starts to push them where it's good morning, and then it's what are you doing for lunch? And I miss you. There's nothing wrong with missing somebody. Then you start to say, what are you doing right now? And what did you eat? And it can come off as concerning, and it can come off as I care about you, and it can come off as love. But the thing is, when you start to do the pressure like that, you start to hear people say things, I don't feel like myself, okay? And then they say, well, I feel suffocated, which just means they feel like they can't breathe, like it is a plastic bag over the head because it is too much. Because now you have entered a relationship where somebody could have been slightly avoidant, and now they get a little anxious. Because if they was anxious in the beginning, you would have felt this type of PSI pressure. But once you got with them, and the thing is, they feel great around you. Yes, they feel great. They're not a bad person. Being in a relationship is a lot of push-pull energy with respect. And a lot of people don't know how to function in a relationship. This is why they might break up, because they use the words, I don't feel like myself, but stick with me. Your partner should feel like they're adding to your happiness. Your partner should feel like they're adding to your happiness. Your partner should never feel like they are the ones responsible for creating your happiness. Now, also, let's be for real. Because in relationships, I've been in some, you're going to go through things, okay? You're going to go through a loss of a job, okay? When you get older. You know what I mean? When you're in high school, the high school love is so easy. You know why the high school love? I got to go off to this. The high school love is so easy because she lives at home with her mom and dad. You live at home with your mom and dad. You don't have any responsibility, right? All you do is play a sport, okay? You go shopping, all right? You watch Love Island, all this crap, and then you don't get a taste of the real world. So, yeah, it's puppy love. And there's nothing wrong with that because puppy love is great. But when you enter the real world, when sometimes mom and dad aren't there for you, where sometimes mom and dad might be gone, where sometimes family is gone, now this dynamic changes completely. And you have to realize this, everybody's not built for it. I mean, what happens when loss happens to you faster? And like we could say job, that's easy. What happens when you lose the mom or dad faster? What happens when you lose the grandma? What happens when you lose the brother or sister? Everybody is not equipped on how to deal with emotions with somebody like that. Like, okay, I love my girlfriend, is what they say. I love my boyfriend, is what they say. And everything is great. But what happens if your girlfriend loses her mother? What happens to a woman if the boyfriend loses his brother? He loses his sister, not even his mom, like somebody so close. And a lot of times people don't know how to manage someone's emotions, and they see the person going through it and they don't know how to help them because they haven't learned how to communicate or how to get over a life obstacle that is probably going to affect everybody in some way or form. This is why the healthiest relationships are two people who choose each other daily. This is why the healthiest relationships are two people who supply each other space, which builds attraction. Okay? Attraction is the pull. You come close sometimes. I don't say you go away, but you step back to let them go socialize with the friends, to let them go socialize with the family. You always don't have to be present when they're with the family. You always don't have to be present when they're with the friends. You do not have to do everything together. You have to remain being an individual. Well, yes, sometimes we have the same hobbies, okay? But there are some things that Asha love that she hates. And there is things that she should love that I should hate. So we're separate. And that also, I know this might sound weird, but that also goes with grocery shopping. Because if I love those Toll House break and bake cookies and she hates break and bake Toll House cookies, I'm going to double up my order because I know she don't touch them. And that right there makes me love her more. I might drink a Coca-Cola soda. But if I know she don't like A&W root beer, I'm going to buy A&W root beer because she ain't going to touch it. Because relationships require closeness. But at the same time, can you integrate the proper space without feeling like you're ignoring someone? And also, if you can't go through hard times, I'm not saying this makes you a weak person. When I'm saying go through hard times, if your partner's going through it and you're feeling good, you need to establish in a relationship of a grace period you give. So you say you lose a job, if somebody dies, blah, blah, blah. I understand you might sit in this space where you're sad. We gotta put like boundaries, but you can't sit in it with me, let's say for more than 90 days. They say more than 90 days, after 90 days, you either better get up, you better seek help, or we might have to break up for the betterment of yourself to make you realize it's not a breakup because I dislike you. It's a breakup because that energy could drag the other person down. And they say this: if somebody is drowning and they do not relax, and if they panic, if you try to save them, they will drown you too. This is why you must learn yourself. This is why you must be disciplined. This is why you must hold the line. Because being a hold the line soldier and stoic, we understand we're going to go through these experiences. And then when you get the right woman, and yes, you're going to get the right one. Yes, some relationships are going to fail as a man. But I promise you, if you stick and you hold the line, you are going to be that rock because you prepared for it, because you've went through it. You know how to give space. You know how to come close. You know how to guide this ship, this relationship to a destination. And that's why we always win. Gentlemen, soldiers, hold.